All right, go ahead, please.
Outstanding defensive effort tonight. You create 30 turnovers on them. They shoot less than 20%.
You know what? It's the best we've played defensively from start to finish. I was really proud of them. It's something that we talked about the past 2 days. We went back and watched our Western film. In the fourth quarter, we defended extremely well against Western. We boxed out, kind of disrupted what they wanted to try to do offensively. But the previous 3 quarters in that game, they were getting what they wanted, and they're a good basketball team, very well coached. South Dakota State's the same way. We knew coming in here tonight, if we allowed them to dictate to us what they wanted to do offensively, we were going to be chasing them around a lot. And that's one thing we did not want to have happen. I thought we set the tempo early, did some great things defensively, turned them over, and then converted those into points, which is what we really have to continue to work on and continue to get better at. But overall, I thought our effort was very good. I mean, we worked harder on post defense tonight than we have all year. I mean, we circled the post several times, kept moving, so it was difficult to throw the pass in there. Came away, I think, with 5 or 6 steals on post entry passes, not just when our posts were guarding down there, but when our guards were too. So I was just really, really pleased with our physical and mental effort tonight.
Jasmine Jones just continues to put out good efforts for you the first half. She really did some good things for you out there.
Jazz was a big spark, and that's one thing that I talked to her about. When she comes and practices well, it normally relates into a good game. And that's one of the things for freshmen especially, and some of our sophomores, it's hard for them to understand. It's like, I'll just come in, I'll turn it on in the game. It doesn't work that way. You got to bring it every single day. And then all of a sudden your habits start to carry over to games. And Jazz, when she attacks, she's really, really good. Our last ball game against Western, she was always trying to pass the ball. Well, that's not what she does real well. Mariah is a very, very good passer. And when I sub Jazz in for Mariah, I'm wanting Jazz to attack because that's what she does well. Mariah's not as good off the dribble with a pull-up jumper as Jazz is, but Mariah sees the floor phenomenal. She finds her teammates. Well, that's not Jazz's forte. So it's like, do what you do and do it well. And for Jazz, a pull-up jump shot and attack on the rim is what she does well, and she did it. She was outstanding tonight.
Short turnaround for you before you go into the Friday game. Teaching points out of this one that you can think of?
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll talk to them and show them the effort they gave. That's a teaching point in itself. It's a positive thing. Like, look what happens. And does it guarantee you success? No. But, boy, it sure feels good when you give that effort and you're like, hey, I gave it everything I had. And then we'll worry about the scoreboard after the game.
Coach, you've done a decent job recruiting the last couple of years. Can Lamar Jackson winning the Heisman Trophy, can that transcend across all the sports and help you in that respect?
Well, I think for sure. It just puts our name out there even more. It gets our school name out there. I think everybody knows who the University of Louisville is across the country. I mean, we have more success sometimes recruiting in California, because everybody, they know who we are. And now with Lamar winning the Heisman, it just puts us out there even more. So, we definitely make sure everybody knows that he won the Heisman. We're putting it out there too.
Coach, as far as this game and preparing for it, you were obviously preparing for a team that had Macy Miller, their leading scorer.
Yeah.
Considering that she wasn't in this game, it devalues the win probably a little bit. But obviously, winning by 53 against still a dangerous mid-major. What is that? What do you take away from that?
It's definitely a big loss for them. But it's one of those where I have no doubt that they'll get adjusted to playing without her. Aaron does a fantastic job with that ball club. I mean, for them to win against George Washington on Sunday, down, I think, 18 after the first quarter, and still come back and win by 5, it's just going to take some time for a few of them to get adjusted to their new roles. Some of them are going to have to get more shots. But the last thing I'd call them, and I know everybody says mid-major this, mid-major that. I mean, that's the last thing they are. They're a very good basketball team, extremely well coached. You know, when you go to Stanford and you're about 30 seconds away from winning at Stanford in the second round of the NCAA tournament, you're a pretty darn good basketball team.
So come March, when the selection committee is looking at your all's resume, this win is still going to be as strong as it would have been with Miller, do you think?
Well, I think yes, because I think they're still going to win a bunch of ball games. You know, they have a very talented team. We played well tonight. We played as well as we have defensively all night. Madison, number 11, she shoots 48% from the 3-point line. And we held her to 0 for 7 because we were harassing her. We tried, whenever she had it, she got the ball, we tried to be there. And then on a few of them, she got left open. But, you know, I think she was a little worn down, and we kept coming at her that when she was open, it was kind of a surprise. And we're fortunate that she missed those. So I have no doubt that they're going to win plenty of ball games, and it's going to be a very good win for us come March.
The way you won tonight, being able to get some more reserves and get some fresh legs out there, how much is that going to help you over the next couple days?
Well, I think it's really important for us. It's not just for the next couple days. It's important for us to be able to rely on our bench more. You know, when Mariah and Maisha get tired, like I want them, like I've told Mariah and Maisha, I need you guys, you can't save anything. There's no reason to save anything. Go out there to start in the game and go as hard as you can, and then I'll give you a breather when you need one. And then when I can get Jazz to go out there and do what she did. I thought Sierra Johnson played extremely well tonight. Defensively, she did a lot of really good things. So when we can get more depth, then our starters are going to be able to come back in with fresher legs, and I think hopefully we'll be able to continue to play the way we are, the way we did tonight at least.
How does it change your team with Courtney back to, you know, maybe what you expected to get from her? And
Well, she's just the kid's a worker, is what she is. I mean, she ain't the most talented player out there, but I will say, her and BJ, night in and night out, give the best effort of anybody that we have. Now, it was great to see the rest of them play with a little more energy tonight, but those two, no matter what, I'm never telling them you got to run, you got to do this. I mean, they're out there doing it. Courtney, by pure will, every night. I mean, she comes up with 5 offensive boards again. You know, she just goes out. She pursues the basketball. She refuses to get blocked out, is what it comes down to. Rebounding is all about effort. You know, you can run in there and run into somebody's back and make it look like you're trying, or you can actually try to get around them. And Courtney does that. That's what separates her. I'm trying to get my freshmen when they're on the bench. Just watch her. Watch what she does. She never runs into somebody's back, and it takes will and it takes effort.
How do you feel about the pipeline of talent Aaron has coming into South Dakota?
He does a fantastic job. I'm telling you. I know it's, you know, you look at his roster and it's Minnesota, it's South Dakota, and every once in a while I think he has one from Iowa right now. But he does a great job of recruiting to exactly what they're trying to do, and it's a very good system, and their kids executed extremely well.
Early thoughts on Charleston?
Well, they gave us all we wanted last year at their place before Christmas, and our kids remember that. So we are not taking them lightly at all. We'll prepare tomorrow and then come out and play on Friday. You know, they aren't tired. Kids would rather play every day of the week than have to practice. So I'm not worried about anything like that. But I am worried about getting them now switched over and start preparing for Charleston. Thank you, everybody. Sure appreciate it.